Namaste loves, I am Priti, a makeup artist, fashionista and I also run a training program for makeup. So if you are interested then please do subscribe to my channel and ring that notification bell so that you don't miss any of my future uploads. Without further ado, let's get into the video. As always, I am going to start with my Kryalon concealer in a shade Ivory and I am going to apply with my damp beauty blender. Next, we will take this Hoola bronzer by Benefit Cosmetic and I am going to apply this with a fluffy blending brush. This is like a transition shade, or like you could call it like a base shadow. Next, we will take this a darker shade by Makeup Revolution Reloaded palette and I am going to apply it just to the edge of my lid. The problem with this color is that it's really blotchy and it takes quite a lot of time to blend. I mean, you could see here how much I'm struggling with it, but it's really good and pigmented. But I would suggest if you are looking for good palette, then don't buy this one. They do have other palette which are really good. Next, I took this LA Color Sweet 16 palette and I took that darker shade. It's like a really dark chocolate color and I applied with the same brush. Normally, I try my best not to use a lot of brushes because every single time whenever you take a new brush, blending gets a little bit difficult and complicated. Next, we will take this shade called Torch by Smashbox Golden Hour palette and I'm going to apply with my ring finger. You could use a setting spray with a brush, with your flat brush, but since I don't own setting spray, I'm going to apply with my ring finger. Then I took this shade called Nirvana by Smashbox Golden Hour palette and applied with this angular brush. My eyelids are quite hooded, that is why there is always issue while blending. But if your eyes are not hooded, then you could use those fluffy blending brush. Next, I took this Maybelline gel liner in black and applied with my nail art brush. But you don't need to own this brush. You could use whatever you have available. Right here, I'm actually struggling with this wing liner because I don't have professional lights. That is why I actually cannot see what I'm doing. But I hope you guys could view this really properly. In future, I might buy new professional lights or something that will help my viewers to watch my videos a lot clearly and properly. Next, I took this Smashbox Photo Finish Primer in travel size and applied all over my face. This is one of the best primer out there. I'm actually trying to get hold of in full size, but right now I'm not in a budget. I'm going to try to save my money and buy new foundation. Next, I blended both of this shade Ivory and NG1 and created my own color. As you could see here, I'm applying it with my ring finger and then I'm going to apply that NG1 shade and blend both of them. The problem is I don't use foundation on a day-to-day basis. I try not to use it because foundation does tend to make your skin a lot more dry. And I like more of a dewy finish look. So yeah. I actually don't have like a proper mirror right now, but I'm trying to get hold of really good professional mirror so that I could see everything properly. Next, I took this Hoola bronzer to mattify my face. I actually like to use Hoola bronzer as a powder sometimes because it doesn't mattify your face. It looks a lot more like neutral. Your skin will look a lot more neutral. And then I use it like a bronzer. As you could see right here, I also use it like to bronze my nose because I don't contour that much every single day because I think so it takes quite a lot of time and energy which I don't want to spend. I'm really kind of lazy type of girl. Then I took this shade called Siesta and applied to my inner corners and also to my brow bone. For my lower lash line, I use this shade called Torch and apply it with this nail art brush. But you could use any other brush, whatever you have available. Because I like to be a lot more precise, that is why I use something like a really tiny brushes. They help you, give you a lot more precision. For face highlighter, again I use that shade called Siesta and applied with this fluffy blending brush. Also to my nose, cupid bone and my cheekbones. Then for blush, I use this middle one shade by Smashbox blush palette and applied with this fluffy blending brush. I use that same brush which I use for Hoola bronzer, so that I don't have to put that much effort in blending. And for mascara, as always, I like to use this Wet n Wild Mega Length Slim Skinny Mascara. I like to use Wet n Wild mascara because they are really good. I think so. They are really cheap in price. This one is cruelty free and lasts you more than 6 months maybe, and has like really tiny bristles, but I won't recommend this one. However, I would recommend the other one, which I will leave a link into my description box. You guys could check that out. For lips, I use this shade, it's like a peach color. It's by Eric Cosmetic. I applied with this nail art brush. So if you find this video worth enough, then please give this video a thumbs up. Also follow me onto my socials where I post daily. Please don't forget to leave a comment down below what you guys want to see next. And yeah, bye.